Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here. I'm David Domm, and I'm not going to talk about myself very much at all. She just said enough. I am passionate about AI and what we can do with it. You can, if you promise not to be looking at the phone while we're doing this, you could text that number right now and get some resources I put together for everybody. I'll show it again at the end. I do run an AI company. We use AI practically all day, every day, me and my team. And just wanted to cover a few things. The interesting thing about a room of any size, whether it's 5 people or 15 or 50 people, everybody seems to be at a different place in regards to AI. And it's such a small acronym for such a huge topic. So I'm going to run through this, and we're going to do some demos. We'll cover what AI actually is, just very briefly. Working with AI, we're going to open up Claude and ChatGPT. 5 things you could do today. So real task, real results, live demo. We'll actually build something in the room for somebody as well, and then some common mistakes, so maybe you could avoid some of the things that might trip you up a little bit or keep you from getting the most out of it. So people think, right, that AI is a robot that's going to take over the world, steal jobs, and know everything. Time will tell, right? The reality is what it is today is a very fast, very well-read assistant that can draft, summarize, answer, and create when you tell it what to do. Still has to be told what to do. So it's like having an intern who's read everything ever written, never gets tired, and but you still have to tell it what to do. So instructions are important. They call them prompts. I'm going to get an idea of the room, just to get an idea. How many of you guys use AI every day now? Okay, excellent.
On purpose or
Exactly. That's going to get more interesting as we go. So sometimes you're using AI and you don't know you're using AI. Thank you very much. If you're using Facebook these days, you might be using AI. Meta, actually, I heard this morning was like, actually, there's only one company, if you will, ahead of Meta AI out of all the LLMs, large language models like ChatGPT, etc. So very interesting. So it's really autocomplete on steroids. You know, when you're typing on your phone, the phone guesses the next word that you're going to text. AI does that, but for entire paragraphs, emails, articles, answers, and ideas. And it predicts a helpful response or what that's going to look like based on billions of examples. It's really strange looking at this and making sure, so we're good. So it's interesting. It says microwave here, but electricity itself, we don't really think about how it all works, right? Just flip the switch. We use it, but you don't have to know how it works exactly. And as John says, you just push buttons. Just press buttons. Everything works. So I would suggest, and you guys are probably already using this, ChatGPT and Claude. I actually used both of them to help create this presentation, and I actually use both of them every day. So what I do is I'll put in a prompt to ChatGPT, and I'll put the same exact prompt into Claude and see, you know, what I get. There's a phrase, there's like I wouldn't call it a prompt, but it's almost like a set of instructions that you could give Claude. And you could actually give it to ChatGPT as well. So what I've done is I gave Claude some instructions, which are basically, do not be my yes man. I do not want you to agree with everything I say. I actually want the truth. I have not done that with ChatGPT. So it's interesting because ChatGPT will just kind of say, oh, hey, yeah, oh, that's great. I don't want that. I want it to actually tell me what's the real situation with what I'm trying to figure out. So you could do that. You could do it on both of them. But I would suggest if you haven't yet, just sign up for one of these. I saw something this morning, Facebook post. And a gentleman said, how do I get, he was actually posting, in a group, how do I get my post or my ad, if you will, in Facebook Marketplace approved? It keeps like kicking me out and saying I'm not doing the right thing or something of that nature. And there were a few comments, but one of the comments said, talk to AI and ask ChatGPT to write you a compliant post. And the guy's comment was, I don't know how to do that AI stuff. That just blew me away. I mean, I know that's happening a lot, but the reality is if you just open ChatGPT, you're in. It's free. You can start using it today, and you can literally say, hey, I'm trying to get my post approved in Marketplace, and it'll do it for you. It'll write a compliant ad. But his answer just kind of floored me, because that type of, I guess, attitude, if you will, is not going to serve him moving forward. Anyway, I just thought it was fascinating. I found it entertaining. So I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I'm wondering, like, who builds what? Who built what? What am I using? What's the company behind it? So these are just some of the main companies, if you will. And again, I see Meta on here, which I did not know was almost leading the pack as far as usage and people using it. So Gemini is Google. Gemini is going to be those results at the top when you see the AI results in a Google search now. Sometimes before the paid results, that's Gemini, because Google owns Gemini. And I did not know before I did this research that it was formerly Bard. I had heard of that, but I didn't know. So it's literally built into the Google Workspace, everything that they do. So it's real easily accessible. And someone had told me this about Copilot, as I didn't know, but many employers mandate it. Anybody's employer mandate? Anybody use Copilot? Someone was here last month, and they're like, oh yeah, well, I use Copilot, we have to. So did not know that either, but it doesn't surprise me, because Microsoft likes to control everything they can, and it's fun to try to manage Windows and be autonomous while they're trying to control everything. So Copilot is Microsoft, OpenAI, ChatGPT, most widely used. Anthropic is Claude. Meta used to be, well, it's Llama, it's open source. And when you start placing ads or doing anything on Meta, it's already built in. So very interesting. Apple Intelligence. Haven't used that, but it's device level AI, so they have their own, of course. And then Amazon, Alexa, Bedrock, Titan, they have quite a few built into their platforms. Like someone had said, you might be using AI and not know it, probably with Amazon. And then, of course, Elon's stuff, XAI is Grok. Most of these are free, and a lot of them are free until you start really using them. And then if you use them quite a bit, they'll let you upgrade. I found that most of what I need to do running a company, just the $20 a month is sufficient. I mean, you don't have to go. And it's interesting because, like, for example, Claude, there's different options in Claude. So to do my day-to-day, I use that Sonnet, because if you go to the next one, there's certain ones you choose and they'll just eat up all your usage and then you're out. And they want to have you pay some money. Anyway, lots of different options involved, and it's getting fun. That's who actually makes what. I dropped these in here because anybody transcribe stuff regularly? Okay. I've been transcribing for, it feels like decades. And the idea with transcription is audio and video are kind of trapped. And text, if you text, is searchable. So you can transcribe a video, and then you have all the text, and then you can actually use it for whatever purposes you want. It unlocks everything you've recorded. I used to use rev.com. It is paid, and it used to cost a lot more than what it does now, because now, of course, they have the human and then the AI version. So you can pay rev.com, but what I've been using is galaxy.ai, and they changed their name to, I don't even know how to say it, but Magica. I just keep putting in Galaxy, and you could probably do that forever. But it's free. It's got so many different tools, but the transcription is free. So instead of actually paying for something, I'm fascinated by how many things are free these days. But you can transcribe on Galaxy. When you go there, I'm going to switch back and forth. Let's just see. Might as well try this soon, because I'm going to switch back and forth and do a little bit of stuff here. Okay, here's Galaxy. And when you go here, you could just do a search on the left-hand side and just type transcription. And it says audio, but it's audio and video. I have a question. Why have you guys not transcribed things? Nobody's hand went up. I'm just assuming nobody's transcribing things. Yeah? What do you use it for? What do you use it for? Why do you transcribe things?
I use it to analyze scripts to see what is effective for having the bottom.
Yeah, so all you have to do is you can upload a file. It could be, but here's the thing with this. You can upload a file, you can upload a YouTube video just with a link, TikTok, Instagram. So you got to be careful, and we're not obviously want to plagiarize anybody's stuff, but YouTube is owned by Google. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube, and a lot of people use it as a search engine these days. So when they go to YouTube and just type in whatever they want, if you find a video, you literally could find an hour-long video on YouTube that's about a topic that you actually are interested in. You can drop the link in here, and it will transcribe the whole thing. Actually, on YouTube, if you scroll down a little bit, there's a transcript button, and so you can copy it if you're on a laptop. It's hard to do on a phone, or almost impossible, but you can just grab and just copy all of the transcription from YouTube and do the same thing. But this is definitely one of my favorite tools, because I was making some changes to the script, or to the presentation, and what's fascinating about it is that, like right now, I could ask each of you guys questions. I'm recording this, right? We're recording. So I could ask each of you guys questions, have an audio, and literally go transcribe it here in the moment, and then write a presentation based on where everyone is actually at in the room. And I could do that in a couple minutes. So there's lots of different options. So think about what you might be able to use transcription for. Very helpful. Wonderful. So that's just one tool that's free, or one thing you could do that's free. So these tools literally allow one person to do anything. How many people create their own videos? You guys create and/or edit videos? Anybody? Okay. So OpenAI Sora is a text-to-video, so you can just literally text out what you want. It'll create a video for you by itself. Absolutely.
About the transcription, this video, will it also, like, we record phone calls, will it transcribe those as well? So we upload the file?
100%. Any audio whatsoever. Yeah, sales calls are really great. You can, if you imagine, just think of it like game tape, sports or whatever. So if you record all your sales calls, but no one ever actually listens back to them. Or if they listen back to them but don't do anything with it, you know, you're missing an opportunity. So it's great. You could, yes, Michelle, 100%. So many different use cases for that.
Is there an app? Is there an app for that instead of
Galaxy? Yes. Well, yes, there is, because I use it a lot. Let me just double check. Yes, there's an app. It looks like a black and white target. And it looks like that. It might be, they might have relabeled it as MAGICA, but MAGICA, I guess that's their new name. Not sure when they went away from Galaxy, but maybe it was too generic. I'm not sure. But yes, there is an app. I use it on my phone most of the time. I actually use everything on my phone that I can get away with. And I have to plug in the laptop, I will. And I also get onto my partner about that because she refuses almost to get on her laptop ever. And I'm like, that thing, you should get on your laptop. So just depends. Yes, there's an app and it works great. Now, on Galaxy, there's so many. Galaxy is one of those services, and there's several others. There are probably, I mean, I don't even know how many, at least like 30, 40, 50 different services included in Galaxy AI. So almost everything, ChatGPT, Claude, it's all in there. So you could use that service. If you wanted to just pick one thing, you could use Galaxy, and you might not have to even use some of the others. It's challenging to find all the stuff. You don't want to scroll through it. Just type in the search whatever you want to do. It'll help you. So video, real quick. I'm just going to run through this. I mean, again, we create a lot of video and edit a lot of video. Sora's a fascinating tool that OpenAI has. You can play with these. CapCut I use CapCut on my phone mostly. It's free. You can upgrade to get more stuff, but it's free. So that, you guys know B-roll? So it's just basically professional video. It's already in stock somewhere. And so you can add B-roll to your audio. Say you created an audio, you could add B-roll to it, which means you can add these little short video clips and create a video based on your audio. And it's very cool. But CapCut's great. I use that one on my phone as well. And Descript is one that I just started using not too long ago, but you can literally, like, let's say you type out some text and it's working on your video, but you want to change something. All you have to do is literally like edit it in the text and it'll change the video. It's fascinating. It's one of my new favorites. I don't know exactly how to use all of it yet, but that's pretty much true for everything, I think. And then on video real quick as well, I don't know if you guys know, but this is fascinating because I have an AI company. We do marketing. I'm a marketing guy. And so for me to share like what we do on a daily basis, I almost can't do it without talking about marketing a little bit. So short video clips are, let me ask this question. This is interesting. How many of you guys have your marketing completely dialed in? You have plenty of customers. You don't need any more customers. Anybody? Okay. So the short video clips are extremely important. The algorithms are always changing, okay? But what happens is if you have a short clip, let's say it's 60 seconds, it's possible that short clip is going to get pulled up in the search results faster than a video that's 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 minutes. So if you have a long video, you can use a program called Opus Clip, and it automatically finds, it's pretty amazing actually. It will do all the work for you. It will go in and it will find all of the good stuff, the short clips. It'll create short clips, either 10 or 20. You can choose whatever you want. And those short clips, it even grades them. So it'll tell you 97%. This is 97% sure that it could rank. And it's really fascinating. So Opus Clip is one. I mean, I think there might be a free. I mean, I've paid for all these, so I can't remember when I upgraded or if it started out free, but they're inexpensive. If you want to edit some video or create some short clips. Submagic does the B-roll. You know, it's really good with that. Same thing. It makes basically, it can create talking head videos, but they're highly produced, and it will go in and find the clips that you should share and make them for you. And then Headliner is a little bit of a different one. If you have a podcast, you can put the audio of the podcast in Headliner, and it will actually go through the podcast, and it'll pull out. It will allow you to, you can do it on autopilot. I don't ever do that, so I like to do it manually, but you can go in and real simply and easily grab, and it doesn't have to be a podcast. It could be, well, it could be anything, but the podcast, you guys know what an RSS feed is? It's basically the back end of an audio if it's a podcast. So you could take that RSS feed, drop it right into Headliner, and it'll let you just pull clips right out of the podcast and make some amazing stuff as well. So. Perfect for social promotion. That's kind of the name of the game these days, right? How many of you guys post on social media regularly? Well, how many of you guys post on social media every day? Yeah. Like how many every week? You post at least once a week? Yeah. Cool. I don't post every day either. It's easy not to. All right. So I want to try a few things here. I'm just going to do some demos so you guys can see some things actually happening. So the rule that I found is talk to AI like it's a person in plain English. So don't say, AI generate content marketing strategy for small business utilizing best practices. Just say, write me a Facebook post about my plumbing business that makes people want to call me. Just try to talk to it like it's a friend. It works really well. So don't say compose professional correspondence regarding service inquiry. Feels kind of stuffy? It is. Write an email to a customer following up on a quote I sent them last week. We just drop that in. You're going to get a much, much better response. 100%. That's exactly what this says right here. So you guys can grab this, screenshot it, but this is an example. What type of business do you have, brother?
Clean, exterior clean.
Okay. I own an exterior cleaning business in Tyler. Write me a short, friendly Facebook post that tells people what I do and why they should call me. Keep it under 100 words and make it sound like a real person, not a robot. That's an example of a prompt. By the way, when you text that number I gave you, there's at least 30 prompts. I think there's 30 prompts in there that are all for different stuff for you guys that you could use. But basically, that's, I mean, who's got AI on their phone right now? You guys raise your hand. So you got ChatGPT or Claude. Let's go ahead and do something. Pull out your AI. Let's, whichever one you're using, and let's try this prompt. John, are you using Grok? No. Cool. Yeah, so just type this in and let's see, see what happens. I'll do it too. Oh, yeah, I got a little hack for you guys. I own a marketing business in Tyler. Write me a short, friendly Facebook post that tells people what I do and why they should call me. Keep it under 100 words and make it sound like a real person, not a robot. How many of you guys use a laptop or desktop regularly? A lot, yeah. I got a little hack for you, but let me go ahead and do your thing. Just let me know. Somebody raise their hand when it's already gave it back to them. You got one? You want to read that?
Sure. Hi, Tyler friends. I'm proud to work for a local credit union. For helping people is what we do every day. Whether you're looking to buy a car, save more money, refinance a loan, or just have questions about your finances, it's a call before you make your next financial decision. You might be surprised at what we do. We're local, we care, and we love the opportunity.
Cool. That was pretty professional. That was, can't believe I can't even imagine what we did before. You guys? Anybody else? What do you got? John? You didn't do it? Don't be shy.
If your home or driveway, sidewalk, or business exterior is looking very active, provide professional exterior cleaning service in Tyler and surrounding areas. Clean services are not only looking better, but they can also last longer and improve curb appeal. I take pride in doing quality work and treating every property like it's my own. Send me a message or give me a call.
Cool. Do you do that normally? You use it for this? You use that for that purpose?
Especially responding on emails or even trying to use it on my Google reviews.
I believe
I'm not just saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
To thank the 5-star rate for the ratings, and instead of just saying thank you for the 5 stars, trying to be a little more creative on it.
Yeah. I actually literally think that's not it. But I think one of these slides literally says exactly what you just said. How many of you guys, did you want to read yours?
I do.
Go ahead.
Hey friends, if you need custom t-shirts, business apparel, team shirts, gifts or fun accessories, I'd love to help. I work with customers right here in East Texas to create quality products that look great and fit your budget. Whether you need one item or a large order, I'm here to make the process easy. Send me a message or give me a call. I appreciate the opportunity to earn your business.
See, that sounds.
I'm using that.
Listen, yeah, you got me. I mean that's very important because that just said so much. So someone doesn't even have to call to say, "Can you just print me two?"
Right.
I mean, it's really cool. Very good. All right, so we don't have to do this, but I did want to share this with you, and I could share you these slides as well, guys. So like, you don't have to screenshot everything. So if you do text that number, I'll text you back the slides. Okay, that way you guys have them. But here's how to set up a project in Claude. I did this morning, and I was working on the presentation, and then it's like you're out of image space or something. You start a new chat. I'm like, oh my goodness. I looked down and I wasn't in a project. So that's going to happen. But if you create a project, so again, if you go like this is telling you how to do it on a laptop, of course, but it's still available in the free version. But you can click on new project and then give it a name. Say my business or marketing, for example. Add your business brief to the instructions. So paste your business name, what you do, who your customers are, your tone, which is always kind of tricky, and what you don't offer. And Claude reads this before every conversation in the project. So the project sits there kind of the overarching foundation, and then you could start new chats, but those chats still stay in the project. And it makes it so much easier because you won't, if you do get that, what I got this morning, which was, hey, you're out of space or this or that, start a new chat, then you don't have to then, because what I had to do was I had to copy like the bulk of the chat that we just were in and give it to the new chat so Claude knew what to do with it. If you have a project running, then you don't have to do that. It's just really helpful. You can also upload reference documents. So you could add your price list, your service menu, FAQs, or any document Claude should know about. It can reference those at any time. And then when you start every work session, start it inside that project. And all your chats in the project share the same context. So it's really helpful. You don't have to repeat yourself every time you start a new conversation. I know that's been one of the things people are like, why can't I just remember it? This is how it does it. You can start a project. And then create separate projects for separate needs. So you could create one for customer emails, one for operations, one for marketing. kind of like you mentioned. Keeps everything focused and organized. And let me make sure the pro tip. The more you put in the project instructions, the less work you do on every prompt. It takes a little bit of time. Sometimes it's fascinating, but sometimes people do think, well, it's just AI. You just push a button. It doesn't always work that way. You sometimes have to put a little foundational work in first. But once you do that, it's just like anything else. Spend a little time in the beginning. It's going to make your life easier moving forward. So I love projects. Okay, this is probably what we were talking about. Okay, so real tasks. Writing an email. You can do follow-ups, quotes, customer responses. Tell it who you're writing to and why. 30 seconds, maybe less. Write a social post, which is what we just did. Tell it your business type and what you want to promote. Get a ready-to-post caption instantly for your social media post. And this is really fascinating, actually. I use it all the time. Answer a question. I have lots of questions for my AI all the time. So what should I charge for X? Or how do I handle a customer who loves my business and loves everything I do? Or something else, right? And maybe you're having a hard time. But you can really ask it anything, and it can summarize things too. So you could give it a 50-page document and say, just give me a summary of that, please. I want just bullet points. I don't have time. Hit me. And what it really does, I mean, if you think about it, it would almost be like handing it to an intern or a person saying, hey, read this. I need a summary. Have it back to me by, 3 days from now, because that's how long it used to take. It doesn't take that long anymore. And you could tell it to do it however you want. Say, give me a summary, but what I really want to know is this. And it'll pull it out, give you exactly what you need. Brainstorm ideas. I do this a lot too. Give me 10 ways to get more Google reviews. Or what should I post about this week? Okay, I was looking for that slide. Here it is. The second one, write a professional, warm response to this Google review. Paste the review in, and then you could tell it, keep it under 3 sentences. So, again, I'm just going to touch on one marketing thing. The Google Business Profile is extremely important. And it's extremely important because it's Google. That phrase starts with Google. Okay, if anything starts with Google, it's important. So you can, if you respond to every review, you get points. Points equals more coverage. Points equals more views in the algorithm. Google wants you, I'll just say it simply, Google wants you to get reviews, as many as you can, and they also want you to reply to them. This is a really easy way to do it. If it seems kind of a pain, it's not really, but I wouldn't do it by myself. I would definitely use AI to do it because it works well. So there are some ways you could set it up to where you get a Google review and it automatically replies. That's a little, it's a little scary. Gotta play with that. But think about this, guys. Write a friendly follow-up email to a customer I gave a quote to 3 days ago. My business type is, roofing. Keep it short and end with a question. That is a really good use of the AI. Write a Facebook post for my roofing business in Tyler. I want to promote recent hail damage. Make it friendly, local, and end with a call to action. And then content ideas, this is huge. Give me 10 blog or social media topics for my business that would help attract local customers in East Texas. I use that a lot, actually. I'm not sure. I changed the presentation quite a bit, but I'm not sure if this made it in. But if you had anybody write articles for your business? Okay, kind of. If you write articles, or even if you write a long social media post, that's kind of like an article. If anything that's long, what you could do with that again, you can repurpose it. So you could take that article and you can literally give the article to AI and say, write me three Facebook posts about this article. I want them all to be separate. I want them to touch on different things, and it'll give them to you like that. Same thing if you had a video or you have an audio. That's where the transcription comes in. Because once you transcribe it, then you could say, hey, I want to create a video from this. I want to create a video from this article. You could do that too. So you can say, hey, write me a script for a video. And all right, not gonna try to lose you guys. All right. Point is, you can repurpose your content. All right. You can have one idea and have it do, create 10 different pieces of content from that one thing you did. Helps us a lot. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. Should try something live here. It's always kind of scary, but let's do it. Yeah, John. If you were going to sum up your business type, what would it be, John? Business type, like what you do, and maybe something you'd like to communicate to.
On something like this, I think I would probably choose to promote Texas Organic.
Okay. What is Texas Organic?
So I'd say, we're a compost manufacturer. We make soil blends, mulches, compost, earthworm casting.
All right. Just going to drop this in. Let's just write a prompt real quick. Oh, here's that thing I was going to show you. If you're on a laptop, Windows, I don't have a Mac, but if you're on a laptop, if you click your mouse into a space where you're going to text something, hit the Windows and the H key. It lets you speak it instead of typing it. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe I just found this. I have too many things. There we go. So write me a prompt for Texas Organics, which is a compost, mulch, soil business that in Tyler, Texas and services East Texas. And also we want to create I have too many things connected, I think, here. Write me a prompt. Okay, it's not going to work. I have too many things connected. But anyway, that Windows H thing, it's great. Let me just do this real quick. Compost, mulch, soil.
Compost, mulch, topsoil. Manufacturing is not a good word to use for it. Producer.
That's the other thing. I'm getting kind of lazy because you don't have to spell properly with AI. In Tyler, Texas. I did, and I'm leaving it there on purpose, John, but thank you. Share the benefits for...
We going to call that an error or hallucination?
Neither. Yeah, it's an error, but it will pick it up. So the type of person wanting to get these products would be gardening. I mean,
everything from an individual improving their flower pots up to commercial gardener.
what's the website address, John?
What?
The website address? Is it texasorganics.com?
I think so.
I'm just all right. Let's just say right me. I'll leave that off. That's fine. I'm pretty sure I have it here. No problem. This has got to be you right here. Okay. TexasOrganicSoil.com. All right. If you use the Windows H thing, I could have done that in like a few seconds instead. All right, so I'm just going to read this because, again, it's just live. And oh, it's talking to me about it. See, it wants to tell me, I put in those notes to Claude, so it gives me a hard time. Sometimes it's annoying, but most of the time it's beneficial. Let me stress test this for a second. You gave me a business name, a website, and a vague direction. Benefits for gardeners. That's enough to write a post that actually converts. Here's what's wrong with that approach. Facebook posts for local product businesses live or die on specialty. Specificity, excuse me. That's a funny word to get wrong. Compost is good for gardens is noise. What converts is hyper-local identity, a concrete problem solved, and a dead simple next step. Tyler, Texas is a city known for that knows dirt. East Texans garden seriously, and a post that sounds generic gets scrolled past. So I'm making some assumptions and writing you two versions, one for the homeowner, hobbyist, and one for the serious grower, both built with SEO, AEO signals baked in for discoverability and a clear call to action to the website. Now, some of this is because Claude knows me. So here we go. So there's two different ones. I mean, these are pretty.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Comment. Number one, it says, can you go back to what it wrote?
Yes, sir.
It says Tyler, Texas is a city that knows dirt. Anybody who knows what I'm talking about doesn't call soil dirt. And Tyler, Texas doesn't know dirt because there's some suppliers around here who take sand and sell it as topsoil. And when I questioned what I'm about it, he said, well, it came off the top.
So they don't know.
There's some serious mistakes up there in knowledge. And that brings up a question I had for you. I'm not media savvy, so all of this is creeping way over my head, but I had to read a book for a thing I'm on down at A&M, and it was about AI in medicine. And one thing that after I got through reading the book, I was struck by the fact there were like probably 25 or 30 verbatim dialogues between a patient and Gemini 3 and a patient and ChatGPT 4. The Gemini had fabulous bedside manners, was very kind, empathetic, sympathetic, really, really who you would want to deal with if you were sick. ChatGPT was pretty well rude and crude and take it or leave it, but it's what you got. I couldn't believe how, these were verbatim dialogues between machine and the patient. So I'm wondering, how do you decide which one to use for what because of its attitude? Which goes back to the people that ask it questions or put in the data. Obviously, whoever put that in didn't really know organic material, or they wouldn't be calling soil dirt.
Well, John, I think that regardless of which one you use, if
how you program it to talk to you. The ones that knows you, it's not like if it were yours and it knew how you spoke, it wouldn't use the word dirt. It just this is David's, and so David is not a soil expert like you are. So it's just using you see what I'm saying? So it's using
So if we just replace the word dirt with soil, then this would be okay. Because East Texans do garden seriously, right? And a post that sounds generic is okay. So again, that's a good question, but you get, that's the beautiful thing about it. There's not just one. You get to, the only way you're really going to know which one to use is to use them.
So that's basically it. You got to use every one of them and decide which one has the approach to use it.
I go back and forth between ChatGPT and Claude, and sometimes I prefer one over the other. It just depends. It's not going to always be, that hard and fast rule.
Okay.
But what you said, the interesting thing about this is somewhere online, see, these LLM, they're only pulling stuff from all the data in the world. They're not, they can hallucinate, which means they're literally making stuff up. But most of the time, they're pulling from stuff that's already out there. So somewhere, somebody said, Tyler's a city that knows dirt. And just pulled it from that,
Can you do the same prompt in ChatGPT to see the difference of what it says? Because I use both Claude and ChatGPT.
Okay.
So interviewing people, so I'm interviewing for the commercial finance role. Right, I said, hey, help me with questions. I went to Claude. Claude knows me, who I am. ChatGPT knows me, who I am. Then I went ChatGPT, did a much better job of with the tone, with the right approach, with the same values that we have in the company. And that's the difference I'm learning is Claude for me is very analytical. I can do PowerPoint presentations, I can put Excel numbers, and it'll create a presentation for you.
That's the important thing to keep in mind too, John. What just happened is Claude was actually that part that you were referring to, that was just Claude talking to me, which is what Michelle said. It's just Claude talking to me.
Okay.
ChatGPT.
Reading this one, I would say that's authoritative. Reading the other one, I would say that's ignorant.
Well, the other one we didn't even get to what it said. It was just talking to me. It was just telling me, hey, it had some comments for me first, because that's what I've programmed it to do. But the actual host, as a gardener hobbyist, says, hey, it's telling people your East Texas soil is working against you. You might not even know it. So this could be something that you might use after you read through all of it, which we really don't have time to do. But it gave 2 different ones, and then ChatGPT just specifically said, want bigger tomatoes? The secret isn't more fertilizer, it's better soil. So again, you do have to kind of play with them to understand. But once you use it for a while, it starts speaking to you as if it was your friend and as if it knows you, because it kind of does get to know you a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to reiterate that is that I've done it more on ChatGPT than Claude, but you can almost build a profile where you can put in like what you were saying, like the tone, the voice. I really incorporate aspects of your brand, your values to really come through in your post. And you can do that. You can have multiple profiles actually within it. So I found that to be very valuable because now when I type it in, it knows how I want it to speak.
Yep. It gets to know you. I know it sounds weird, but it does. I want to show you guys one thing real quick. I know we have some questions, but I don't build websites, so it's okay. I mean, I don't sell websites technically, so it's okay to do this. I just want to show you guys one thing. This is going to shake up the market, make this website more modern and better. All right, so this is one of my clients, so I've been wanting to do this anyway, so I'm just going to do it. This is Claude. All I'm saying is make this website more modern and better, cutting edge looking. It's a bookkeeper. You can do things these days that, I mean, it used to take me sometimes weeks to create a website. Okay, now here we go. Claude's going to talk to me about. Basically, Claude's telling. Thanks, Claude. I built that. I built the original website too. So Claude's just telling me how lame it is. Thank you very much. Okay, so it's basically saying, let me build something that actually hits. I'll create a cutting edge design. Here's my design plan, blah, blah, blah. Precision analytics, bookkeeping, audience hands-on, design direction. Now, depending on the amount of time we have, it may or may not do this really fast, but you guys play with this. If you have a website and you've been thinking about upgrading it, go to Claude, put in your URL, put in your .com, and say, whatever you want to do. Could you upgrade this? It's, I want you to be updated. I want it to be more cutting edge. I want it to look better. I want to use these images. You could put images in there. You could put your new logo in there. Do whatever you want, and then tell it what to do. I just want to.
I don't really like that. Change this about it. I don't like dirt. Like they use dirt. I don't like dirt. Soil.
I just want to show you guys this real quick. Because here's the old website. Okay, this is the .com that I just dropped into Claude. And this is what Claude just did. It is building a website in real time based on all the data for the client. So if you show anybody this that builds websites and charges $3 to $5 grand for them, don't tell them I told you. But it's really amazing. This is a real website.
Does it give you the code? Like, does it give you code and everything? Wow.
Yeah, you gotta kind of. There's a couple of little things you gotta know to get it into the system, and then you gotta change some DNS on your. Anyway.
So you're using. Quick question. You're using Claude for this.
Yep.
When do you use Chat versus Claude?
I haven't. I've used Claude in this manner to recreate quite a few websites, and I have.
Not a website, just in general.
Oh.
You have both. What do you use ChatGPT for, and what do you use Claude for?
I use Claude for more in-depth stuff, like I want to build a workflow, or a lot of times I'll use them both. But Chat, I don't have a method to my madness quite. I just go back and forth, and I just say, okay, I give it the same prompt, see which one, because ChatGPT is going to agree with me, and Claude's going to stand me up and say, hold on, let me stress test that, because I gave it that little instruction. You go into settings, by the way, and you could tell Claude, hey, don't be my yes man. I really need you to give me the truth. I don't care how bad it sounds, or if I don't like it, tell me straight. And that's what I did. But anyway, yeah, this, here, let me.
So if you like the design, but as an example, I'm seeing things that we have learned the hard way over the years, that any font deviation from standard is a mistake.
You could just tell it, change the font.
You just tell it change the font.
Yes, sir. It's that simple. So what I'm going to do real quick. Oh, see, this is what happens. We're running out of time. But let's just take a look at this.
The good thing is there is part 3.
And you're going to, you send out the surveys, Michelle? Yeah. Oh, come on. Bear with me, guys. Yeah, next month we're going to do more. So, yeah, whatever I didn't get to, guys, let me just get back on the presentation.
We can see what the website looks like.
Yep. All right, no problem. Let me get in here real quick, and I'll go. All right, here's some common mistakes. Anyway, you'll get these slides too, but in order to get the slides and the rest, you guys could text this phone number, and you'll get all the resources. There's like 30 plus prompts that I put together for you, some calculators, and I will also text back these slides so that if you need anything, you can have it, okay?
Awesome.